Hello, today is Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026. Here is your daily signal. According to Business Insider, global oil prices have surged following renewed U.S. military strikes against Iran and an escalating conflict in the Strait of Hormuz, with Iran attacking a tanker and the U.S. carrying out its 10th consecutive night of airstrikes. The crisis was triggered earlier this month after breakdowns in diplomatic negotiations, and has severely disrupted a crucial shipping corridor responsible for a vast share of global energy supplies. The U.S. government, Iranian leadership, and oil firms in the Persian Gulf are deeply involved, while Goldman Sachs is actively tracking the new pipeline capacities and modeling future oil market shifts. On July 20, Iran forced a tanker crew to abandon ship in Hormuz, and U.S. gas prices are now approaching $4 per gallon as the oil surge continues. Goldman Sachs estimates released just days ago say new pipelines across the Middle East could offset up to 75% of pre-war Gulf exports by the end of 2028. In the near term, oil prices are expected to stay elevated as disruptions persist in Hormuz, with markets also preparing for potential conflict spillover into other strategic choke points, like the Suez Canal. Over the medium term, expanded pipelines could insulate oil markets, but instability may force shifts in global sourcing and increase security costs for shipping operators. Next, on to economic consequences from the World Cup in Boston. Fortune reports that World Cup fans flocking to Boston have driven local bars to do nearly 300% of their weekly business in a single night, pushing food and hospitality revenue to record highs. The month-long tournament brought thousands of international visitors, transforming Boston into a major sports tourism hub and fueling unprecedented demand across small businesses, from Scottish pubs to tattoo parlors offering World Cup-themed designs. FIFA President Gianni Infantino played a pivotal role in overseeing tournament logistics, while the city government managed expanded security and infrastructure. On July 19, some Boston bars were drank dry, with Scottish pubs and BBQ joints seeing days of record sales and tattoo shops noting a wave of customers marking their World Cup experience. In the near term, small businesses across Boston are enjoying sustained revenue boosts through the summer, with the city likely benefiting from infrastructure upgrades and a heightened profile for future international sports events. Locals and visitors may continue seeking unique cultural experiences, such as international drink and food offerings, even after the tournament ends. Now, shifting to the deeper question of mathematics and computation and describing nature. Next Big Future has published an article examining how mathematics is essential for the rigorous expression of physical laws, highlighting Richard Feynman's seminal insights on the topic. Feynman's 1960 book and lectures underscore that fundamental principles governing nature are statable in mathematics, and the growing debate probes whether computation is at the root of reality itself. Mathematical formalism, from cellular automata to quantum theory, is increasingly intertwined with computational models, driving new insights in physical science. MIT and Caltech researchers, as well as quantum computing companies like IBM and Google, are engaged in exploring computation's role as a possible foundation of natural laws. On July 20, a review in Next Big Future referenced Feynman's work and its philosophical implications, asking whether computation is the true basis for scientific realism. In the near term, more formal investigations may refine physical models and optimize quantum algorithms. In the medium term, framing computation as nature's bedrock could drive theoretical breakthroughs and accelerate innovation, potentially leading to philosophical shifts in how humanity understands the universe's structure. Now, onto the markets. International markets saw mixed moves, with France rising 0.9%, led by EWQ, while Germany posted gains of 0.8% and the United Kingdom advanced 1.3%, driven by EWU. Italy, Spain, and Belgium all reported increases above 0.9%, with EWI and EWP showing strength. Netherlands edged up 0.8% and Australia ticked higher. In Asia, China large cap slipped by 0.4% as FXI pulled back, Japan fell 0.2%, and India dropped 0.8%. However, Taiwan rose 1.5%. Commodities rallied strongly. U.S. oil surged nearly 2.4% and silver jumped 2.1%, while gold gained 1.5%, and agriculture products moved up modestly with DBA and corn both advancing. Among U.S. sectors, the S&P 500 index was modestly higher by 0.2%, healthcare declined slightly by 0.4%, and semiconductors outperformed with a 1.5% gain. AMD led technology favorites with a 2.4% advance, while Nvidia added 3.3%, but Microsoft fell 2.25% and Adobe declined 2.5%. Among top movers, Zhongchao Inc. ZCMB soared nearly 249% and Advanced Biomed ADV gained 118%, while Wetter Robotics WIDA plunged 82% and China Pharma Holdings CFI dropped 77%. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.